If you're overthinking, stop. And I'm qualified to say this now because I stopped doing it, which is how you're even watching this video. So. Yo, it's your girl Jean St. G. Welcome back to my world where we are documenting the process of going from zero to hero to live a life of maximum fulfillment. We are finally back with another heart to heart. I know it's been a minute, but I have a little word and a mini update. So let's get into it. Okay, we are back. So like I was saying, I had a little word and this has been on my heart for honestly the last however many weeks it's been since I last seen you. It's been on my heart probably since then. Maybe a few days later, I started to realize like, oh, what am I doing? But it's something that I needed to hear. And, you know, the thing that I realized and like the point of these heart to hearts is that most of us are all going through the same thing, right? It's the human experience. So if I needed to hear it, you probably needed to hear it. And it's that some of you really need to stop overthinking. This thing that you're trying to do, this conversation you're trying to have, you know, whatever it is, it's really not that deep. Like you're psyching yourself out. You're thinking of every possibility when like all you need to do is actually just do the thing, whatever it is. And you'll see what the final, you know what I mean? It's like you're trying to find what the answer is going to be or what the response is going to be or how it's going to work out without actually doing it because you're getting all stuck and caught up in your thoughts, right? And I'm saying all that because that's kind of been me, which is why I haven't posted a video. And I kept telling myself, oh no, it's because I'm working on this and I'm working on that and I'm trying to be consistent on Instagram and I'm trying to, but then I started thinking about it and I was like, bro, you make heart to hearts. Like it's not that deep. Like we just sitting here, we talking about life, we talking about stuff, we talking about our experiences, we're talking about like, okay, how to go from here to here or whatever the case might be. And you're making it a lot more complicated than it has to be, right? Because I started thinking about like, okay, what's my strategy? Especially as a content creator, that's the thing that like people always recommend that you have when you're, you know, when you do this as your work, as your job. You need a strategy, especially when you're trying to grow. When you're looking to like build a community, like in my case, I'm just trying to build a community around, you know, living life to the fullest, being fulfilled in our lives. So making sure that everything we do is in alignment with that. And, you know, fully being in our purpose and, like allowing God to really lead that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times we're led by society or what our parents are saying or what our friends are saying, when in reality, like this path, this process, being in your purpose and getting to a life of maximum fulfillment is really about following God's instruction, like to the T, right? And to be able to do that, you really got to be able to tap in with yourself so that you can then tap in with God, if that makes sense. Because they're synonymous. Like God is in you, God is in everything. So anyway, I'm like, okay, so that's all the stuff you're supposed to be doing and you making it real complicated. Like just do the thing, right? Because really all I have to do is talk about it / document it, which pray for me. I have a vlog coming out that also I was working on that. So anyway, like I've been saying, I was getting real caught up in my head for no reason when all I need to do is just like, okay, put the camera on, make sure the mic is charged and talk. So, I missed you. Yeah, so we here. So that's it. If you're overthinking, stop. And I'm qualified to say this now because I stopped doing it, which is how you're even watching this video. So. Another thing too that I've been thinking a lot about, like that I've been overthinking is like, oh, I don't want to force it. Cause it's not all the time that I feel like there's something sitting on my heart that God is like, yo, share this or whatever, you know? Sometimes I get bombarded with things. Like there was this one day and I usually text myself like everything. And there was this one day that I was texting like rapid fire. And you know, some days it's just, that's just not what it is. Right. So I think also just going with the flow of that and not worrying about like, oh, you need to have a video every day or every week or 3 videos a week or whatever. because like I said, a lot of these things, like these messages and stuff like that, they're all like divinely inspired. So I'm not gonna force it. I mean, I could always pray and ask for a word, but I don't know. Sometimes I think, anyway, you see what I'm doing right now? This is unnecessary. Doesn't even matter. Okay.
So let's get into the little update.
The real update is gonna come once I actually get this vlog up. And yeah, so once that vlog is up, there'll be a little bit of an update there. Oh, sorry, I think I did something with the mic. But I did want to talk about a few things, being that it's a new month. Happy May! And specifically, I wanted to talk about like kind of where I'm at right now in this process of going from zero to hero, being a full-time content creator, and actually making a viable, livable income. Well, we really want more than that, but I mean, like getting to the point where that's actually happening. Like we're in the process of it. We are in the process of it because I'm creating, but like now I want to start seeing the return. You know what I mean? And then build the fountain of wealth. So anyway, with that in mind, that being the intention, I've been thinking about a lot of different things that can like help me to start building that, like building my pockets, you know what I'm saying? Building the bag. Basically, the place that I'm at right now is that it will be easier to approach this with user-generated content. So being able to stay in content creation, just because you really need numbers, like to do influencing, where you're just promoting a product like on your accounts, you need numbers. Your numbers got to be deep. And I think I could still probably like finesse it if that makes sense. Like I could probably finesse the deal, but anyway, things that we're working on, haven't fully thought through it, so I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, my focus this month is really trying to secure some retainers with brands for user-generated content, which is basically like I make content for them that they can post on their social channels to help build their social channels, build their engagement, and just make their content like more relatable, and thus people are more interested in what it is they have to offer. Cool. So that's like my big goal, and we'll go deeper into it later, because I think I want to do. Tell me if you think this would be interesting. I was thinking about doing a video of like this process of like just setting myself up, because essentially what I'm doing this first week of May is just taking this week to really sit with myself, think about what I want, what I need, and figure out how I want to like infuse or like figure out the intentional actions that I want to be doing on a consistent daily, weekly, whatever basis to help me get to where I want to be by the end of the month, or shoot, really the middle of the month, but we taking this first week to kind of sort that out and organize myself in that way. So what I mean by that is intentional actions, meaning like saying affirmations, specifically saying them in the mirror. Mirror work is extremely powerful because, you know, the affirmations thing is really to like reprogram your subconscious mind, right? So to hear yourself saying that you are X, Y, Z, right? Because the mind is like it's very spongy, especially as a baby, but whatever, it's still a sponge as you get older. And if you repeat things, you can really like begin to embody those things, right? So anyway, when you add the element about also seeing yourself, saying the affirmations, it's really a game changer, because in the beginning it's gonna feel very foreign. You're gonna be like, why am I lying to myself or whatever? But from doing it over and over, you start to be like, oh wait, hold on. That's who I am, because look, I'm seeing myself. You're literally seeing yourself as, you know, whatever you're saying in your affirmations, right? So anyway, mirror work, what else? You already know prayer has already been on the thing. We've been working on that. We're supposed to be praying all the time, every day. And that has gotten a lot better, like ever since. And that's the other thing I was gonna say too, with intention, setting intentions. Sometimes I think intentions are even more effective than goals, because once you kind of set the intention, you're always reminded, right? Because I think intentions, they come from a place of, this is what I truly need, you know, as opposed to like, oh, this is what I want, or this would be nice, right? Which I think kind of goals are like, kind of like that. Anyway, But yeah, so the prayer has been good. So that's, you know, like now we're trying, I want to build off of that to like really, you know, just experience the things that I really want and desire and low-key need. So yeah, like I said, affirmations in the mirror. What was the other thing? Meditation, because I've really fallen off my meditation game. So I'm going to be using this app called Balance. Anyway, like I said, we'll get into the specifics of it, but I just wanted to give like a little overview, mainly to find out like if you are doing any of this stuff, or if it could be helpful for you to think about doing some of these things this month based on like what you want to see out of the next 30, or is May 30 or 31 days, whatever, 30 or 31 days. So affirmations, meditation, journaling. When I tell you I had the best journaling session today, and journaling is one of those tools that really just, I don't know what it is about writing, but writing is really the key to everything, right? It's just like when people tell you to write down your goals or write down your affirmations or whatever the case might be, and then you're like, wow, it actually happened, right? But there's something about the written word, right? Which we also learn like about the Bible, right? Like things that are written, there's power in that. So journaling, and then speaking of power in words, being more conscious about my lexicon. So like being more conscious about the things that I speak, what I'm saying, how I respond to people, or respond to questions, or respond to especially like compliments too, right? Like if someone's like, oh my God, you're doing a good job. And you're like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not. It's like, why you like, bro, take that energy, whether you are or not, take the energy. Someone else, like someone on the outside is telling you you're doing a good job. Again, angels, God comes in different forms too. So that could be God giving you a nudge like, yo, you're doing good. Like clap it for you. And you're out here like detracting from that energy. So yeah, just being conscious about things like that, and just using words that are, what would I want to say? Using words that are more geared towards elevating and like abundance, and you know, all the things that I want to see, because you already know we really trying to get to the bag this month. So with the content creation. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, if this resonated, if the word hits you, if you feel me, if you know where I'm coming from, if you're in a similar process, even if it's not content creation, it could be, you know, whatever it is, the way that you are walking in your purpose. If any of that feels aligned, feel free to subscribe, because, you know, we're trying to get
Monetize.
What else? Oh, and like and share it too. This is not my thing. I'm not the person to be like, share, subscribe. But honestly, like, again, we trying to get somewhere, right? So you got, just do what you got to do. As long as it doesn't feel like it's completely and totally out of alignment with who you are, right? So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I remember now, yes. So, remember to let me know if you think it would be helpful, just to see how I'm kind of organizing this whole process of making sure that I'm meditating, journaling, doing my affirmations, and be more conscious and mindful about my speech and the words that I'm using. Let me know if you would like to see a video or videos on those things, and like just there's so many ways to do it, but like sometimes you see someone else do it and you're like, oh, that really resonates with me, you know? So I want to make sure that I put like my version out there. Just because maybe you've been wanting to try these things and you've seen it somewhere else and you're like, that's not hitting.
Okay, well, that's it. I missed you so much. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, if anything, hit me.
Okay, I love you, bye.